Good morning, this is John, host of Mgtow is Freedom. Welcome to all men who are going their own way. That is correct, men going your own way, Mgtow. Right? I have a big belief, and that's why I named the channel after it. Mgtow is freedom. That is when you realize, right, that you are a man and that you're free. You can become free. You can escape from gynocentric control, from the clutches, the evil clutches of feminism. Before I get into the meat of the video, I want to do my thanks. Thanks to all you guys. Thank you. Thank you to everybody who is throwing dollars at me in form of support for the channel. That really helps me a lot. I enjoy it. I like it. Cigars and scotch. What a good deal. So thank you to the sponsors and for those ideas I've gotten from you guys through the sponsorship. Probably more important to the overall picture, though, is comments. Your comments help other men see different perspectives, and thumbs up. Thumbs upping this video and all Mgtow is Freedom videos helps YouTube realize it's a popular subject and therefore needs to be recommended to more people. Okay, so on to the meat here. Women can only see that which they don't have. Now, interestingly, the Mgtow channels are about men going their own way. And then we turn around and we focus on women. Fucking problems with them. Right? You know, how do we get from where it's men going their own way and talking about men's needs instead of talking about how fucked up women are? Well, I think it is a process, and we can never stop looking at how fucked up women are, because they are a huge part of culture and society. We can't escape the bitches, right? They are not in their homes. So one of the things I look at when I examine the problem, I say to myself, John, what the fuck is going on? Anyways, I go, you know, women can only see that which they don't have. And that is a huge issue. It's a huge negative factor. But if I take a quick run back to the cave, when I was a kid, in cartoons and comic strips, men were depicted as dragging women to their caves by their hair. Right? The old caveman dragging the woman by her hair. Now, of course, the joke is you can't drag them by their feet, because then as you're dragging them along the ground, their pussies will fill up with dirt. So you don't want that. So you drag them home by the hair. Symbolically, that is a man making a woman go his way, the way he says, and it is to a place of security and satisfaction for the man, and the woman benefits by it. That's what the cartoon very brutishly implies. You know, women might see it some other way these days because they're fucked up feminists. But, you know, for the most part, that's what it meant. And I can recall a ton of cartoons where the girl is happy to get swatted with a club and dragged off, right? She's been chosen, right? Lucky girl. But today's issue is women can only see those things they don't have. Now that is way different, though. Way different than the way us as men see the future. We see what we have, we see what we don't have, and we go about earning and making it happen, right? We get up every morning, look in the mirror, look at it ourselves and say, you're the man, you have the penis, go make it happen. Women can't do that. They don't have the penis, right? They don't have balls. They have another thing, but they can't be happy. And this is the interesting dichotomy between men and women, is they cannot be happy. And it's important to realize that you, sir, you can be happy. You can be satisfied. You can be pleased with what you're doing. See, the man says, I have this, I want some more of it, or I want something a little better, but you're pleased with where you're at, and you can go get it and make it happen. That is an option for men. Women see what they have, but then they don't see it. All they see is that which they don't have, and then they are unhappy with their life. I know people, I know women that have everything they ever fucking asked for, and they are not happy. Right? Because happy doesn't come through materialism. That's not what happiness is about. You know, money can't buy happiness, they say. Well, it's true. I've seen that in play enough now. I know it to be true. Money does not buy happiness. It buys you things that give you comfort. It keeps you busy, but it doesn't buy happiness. Happiness comes through satisfaction in yourself. So the man sees what he has, says, I want something else or something more, something different. And he is satisfied with his ability to get it, and he goes and does it. The achievement of goals is one of those things that makes men happy. But women, they can never see anything except that which they don't have. Right? They don't have happiness, but they can't see a way to get it. It is weird, in my opinion. And here's the kicker. They don't even have to be the ones to get it. Isn't that amazing? Right? All a woman in traditional America would have to do is see that she can have what she wants and then be happy with it, and she cannot. And they push and they push. They push for you to go get it for them, and then they're still unhappy with you. Right? Women can only see that which they don't have, and then they're miserable about it. That is because their belief is that money or things will create a state of mental happiness, satisfaction for themselves. So how do we as men behave, right? How do we deal with that? Well, we have been put into this system of belief. It's feminist brainwashing, social engineering, that we need to make women happy, right? That we don't drag them off by their hair to the caves. We let them lead us on a collar to the cave of their choosing, and then we buy it. And that they lead us by a leash to the car they want, and then we, in order to become happy, have to please them. And so the woman starts on this epic journey of materialism, dragging a man behind her. And he, in an effort to placate her, to make her happy, does everything she wishes, and she's never happy because she can only see that which she doesn't have. She doesn't look at all the good shit he's done for her. You know, women are not happy with men. They want something else because they're fucking fucked in the heads. I mean, we just run it to that. I get aggravated thinking about this because the caveman had it right. And we as men failed to uphold our personal obligations and our societal obligations to performing as men. We got talked out of it. We got sold a line of shit. We as men, whether we want women in our lives or not, need to go our own way. And you know, there is this drive that men have to have a woman, right? A servant in his life. And I really believe it's better to have someone in your house who literally has the title servant, so that they don't have an expectation beyond employment of a man. But be that as it may, when a man is going his own way, he is finding his way, he is making his choices, and men can be happy with that which they have. Right? A young man, I'll use my son as an example. He has a Jeep. I bought him a Jeep as his first vehicle. He loves that fucking Jeep as much as I loved the Jeep I had when I was young. He goofs with it. He has dreams about it. He wants a bigger engine for it. He's very happy with it, right? He takes care of it. He fixes it up. You know, his happiness isn't in it because it's a brand new Jeep or because it's worth $1 million. He just takes personal pleasure in it, in driving it. Right? Women can't have that. You give them a nice car and they want a luxury car. You give them a luxury car and they want a fucking Bentley. You know, they just move up and up. They can't be happy enough because they only see that which they don't have. So the man, the caveman, he's got the best way of looking at things. he grabs the woman and drags her with him. He doesn't listen to her. He doesn't do what she says. He creates happiness. He has a cave, right? He has a wagon. He has a farm. He has a company. Whatever he has, it is his. And the woman he picks, the woman he chooses, just like the caveman, should be happy she's chosen. Because now she's taken care of. That's the way it should be. And if your woman pushes you around or tells you she wants, then you're doing it wrong. You should tell her, this is the way it is. You can be happy with that, or get the fuck out of here. And that's really how we should have been doing it, guys. We fucked up. You know, so that is the problem with women. That is the problem with men and how we can fix ourselves. We can't fix women. You start dragging them by their hair the way they want it, you want them to go, and they're going to kick and fight and stomp and cry and say they don't want that, or they don't like being treated like that, or their opinion matters. Well, it only matters as far as you want it to matter, but in the end, it should be your decision because it is your happiness. You as a man need to worry about yourself. And if the woman isn't happy, you're going to know about it. You're going to know about it long before you get married. And don't think you can change him. If she's not going to be happy with you, when you first drag her sorry ass back to your cave, then she'll never be happy with you. No matter what you give her, no matter how hard you try. Because women can only see that which they don't have. They're never happy with what you're going to do for them. They're always going to want more. So you've got to stop trying to please them and just please yourself. And she should be happy to be going along the ride with you. She can participate in your conquest. She can participate in your success, in your travels. Right? She benefits by it. She doesn't have a right to dictate it. I see that as the big difference between what should be and the way it is. Women cannot be happy. Right? They just can't. They can only be happy with that which they don't have. And since they never have it and can never get it, they're never happy. Because as soon as they get what they want, again, I'm going to point to all the women I know that have anything they ever fucking wanted, and they're not happy with it. Because the moment they have what they think is happiness, they're on to something else. And that includes finding another man. As soon as you do everything they want, and they should be fucking screaming happy about it. They should be dancing a fucking jig that they've got what they want from you as far as behavior, finance, security. They're not. They move on to someone else because they can only be happy with that which they don't have. You as a man, this is how we fix this situation. Men, go your own way. Only care about yourself. And if a woman wants to be a part of that and you want a woman in your life, then you drag her by her fucking hair to get what you want, the way you see it happening. Just like Mr. Caveman. Grab that bitch by her fucking hair and drag her, and she should be happy about it. If she starts dragging her feet, screaming and yelling, just drop her. Drop her like a bad fucking habit, because that's what women are, a bad fucking habit. Right? I mean, how do you even try and put this into an analogy that makes any kind of sense? Well, you know, if you bought a car and every time you fixed it, it broke in a different way,